I think we'll forego the singing,
Oh, I don't know.
but our hearts are with you. Congressperson Kuster, happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Chairman Roberts, and I'm honored to be here today with my bipartisan colleagues from both houses of Congress and to represent our hardworking Granite State farmers and producers who are looking for this conference committee to cast aside partisan politics and produce a bipartisan farm bill that works for rural America. From our dairy farmers along the Connecticut River to our specialty crop producers in the southern tier and our hardworking foresters in the North Country, the Farm Bill represents an important opportunity to achieve bipartisan solutions and find common ground to strengthen American agriculture during a time of low commodity prices and uncertain trade policies. The Farm Bill is like Halley's Comet of Congress. It only comes around once every 5 years, and this underscores the absolute necessity to have Democrats and Republicans working together to achieve common ground. I remember fondly our first Farm Bill when we just arrived in the class of 2012, working together with our colleagues, and yet I was so disappointed that we did not take that approach in the House this year, because it jeopardizes the continuation of so many programs that are important in New Hampshire. Thankfully, we have the opportunity to take a different approach in this conference committee to protect these important programs. We can protect access to supplemental nutrition assistance for over 35,000 New Hampshire families that receive the modest benefit of $1.11 per person per meal per day, simply to put food on the table. We can support hardworking dairy farmers by strengthening their safety net so that they have a modern and responsive risk management program that insulates them against tight margins, especially in New England when you're a long way away and feed needs to be trucked in. We can strengthen the Northern Border Regional Commission by expanding eligible counties in New Hampshire and making modest reforms to allow this critical agency to continue investing resources into our rural communities. We can invest in USDA rural development to bolster economic prosperity in rural communities and deploy life-saving resources to help combat the opioid epidemic that is sweeping rural communities across our country. And we can expand opportunities for producers to transition to organic agriculture by better utilizing conservation programs offered through NRCS. But we can only achieve these measures if we put politics aside and work in a bipartisan manner to deliver a much-needed farm bill. The clock is ticking. We only have 10 legislative days to pass a new farm bill before the current farm bill expires on September 30th. I stand ready and willing to work with anybody in this room to craft a farm bill that provides long-term certainty for both Granite State farmers and eaters. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Representative